Anyway, I want to upload this clarification, just a couple stupid mistakes I made. The information wasn't wrong, that's not what I mean, but the first mistake was I zoomed up on Kenny Veach house and I did just what Rath did. I zoomed up and there you're staring at a house, nobody knows where it is. So let me fix that one first. Okay, here's Veach. Click back into north. Okay, there is the Veach house in relation to Las Vegas. Not that it matters, it's just a house. People are living there 7 years later. But there it is in relation to Las Vegas. Now I'm going to slowly zoom up to just clarify where it is. And that was the first mistake I made. I zoomed up right on the goddamn top of the house, on the roof. But no, Veach was, if not affluent, he apparently thought he was, because it's a great place. Golf courses all over the place, and yeah, but it's in the north part of Las Vegas. I pictured it was over here, somewhere in here, but I didn't really care. But anyway, that's where it is. Okay, for the sleuths, there it is. There's no sleuthing to be done. All it is a house. All it is a house. And I may have to go there for souvenirs. They've got some good plants. Rath pointed out some good cactuses and stuff like that. I may have to go there and, if I don't get caught, dig up some plants from their lawn as a souvenir. But, okay, what was the other mistake I made? Oh, also the other thing was I wanted to point out the importance of the Phoenix body in the open in the middle of Phoenix. Why it's so important for all searchers, search and rescue, everyone. This is important. Okay, come on, come on. The point as it relates to Kenny Veach and why I keep harping on this, and also the other missing people in the Las Vegas area and other areas, is because it's hugely important that I want to get back in the north, because I don't look at things upside down where people don't know what they're looking at. But and then I'm going to zoom over where I was preaching about Kenny Veach to show you that, okay, right here is where I drew the box. I drew the box like this. That's why I did it. I laid out the measurements and I drew the box like this to show in a tiny area. The person was not found. I think 2 or 3 days later, 4 days later, but he was found. So now let's relate it to Kenny Veach again, and I'm going to show you the box I drew in. But the box I drew in was like this, just like this. So now let's go back to Kenny Veach. Remember, don't forget this when I zoom over. This from here to here is about 200 feet. 200 feet. Laid in the open exactly where they expected he would be, and they didn't see him. Oh, look at this. What's this? But anyway, don't lose that point. Stick with me on this. Now let's go back to Ravine 1. This isn't going to be a 10-minute brain bender like the last one. No, this is going to be quick. But Okay, now keep in mind, look at this area, look at this area. Really, Robin went up here. Jeff Claw went over here, going to logical places. They go up here. Keep in mind this area. Now I'm going to show you what that box that I drew in was. And that's how I drew that box. Look at this area. Look at that area. And plus, people are going running around here everywhere. Now let's look at the area where I drew in on top of Camelback Mountain. Keep watching. Keep watching. That is that box I drew in. In other words, the summit of Camelback Mountain in the center of a city. In the center of a city. That, like, the summit was here and the body was found here. And they didn't see it. Nobody saw it. Eventually they did. Yes, they did. But this would be like the summit I just showed you, and there is the body laying in the open, not under the bushes. It was in the open. Now let's search for Kenny Veach. Don't forget this box. That's why I keep saying, take this and multiply it by, what, 5,000? All over the place in harsh terrain? It would take 500 years. 500 years. What was the other thing? I think that was it. I did the house where I botched it. But no, also the other thing is that even here that I pointed out, the girl went missing. Girl went missing. The parents said, God, we were all up there. Everyone was. Search dogs. Everyone was right in there, and it turned out there where she was laying. 9 months later, they find her laying right there where it was known she went missing. Okay, now go back to Kenny Veach. And nobody even has a goddamn idea where he went. Or if he faked his own death. Odds are, not slim, but they're higher than I thought they were. So now take this, and plus he said, well, I'm going to go to the north. I'm going to go to the north for 40 miles. And so he's all over the place. You don't even know where he went. Plus he could have hid himself in a cave with the bushes and actually literally attempted to make it where they wouldn't find him. Plus we don't know if he's down in Argentina right now sipping margaritas. And yet everyone is up here looking up here. And, the thing is, it's a moral dilemma that search for Kenny Veach, people would think that, okay, him and other people have gotten enthused about it, got into it, and make it, seem like there's a logical place to go. But then now this guy sounds like he's saying it's hopeless. The moral dilemma is I am not going to, give info or tips or whatever. Everyone has to go up here. Get up there. You're going to go up there and find him. He's going to be right here. And yet people plan trips from 1,000 miles away, if not from other countries, and go up there not realizing what they're getting into. No, that's where I draw the line. I do think it's hopeless unless somebody wants to go up there and enjoy the area.